Welcome back to Anthony's Check-In. Like and subscribe and ring that notification bell for my new videos. All right, so you say we're headed into a recession. Good. I think we're already been in a recession. We've been in a depression since Biden has been in power. Okay, the Democrats. Okay, here's what I found. Whenever there is a Democratic president, there's always a downturn in the economy. It's stagnated. Nothing happened. Nothing grows. Okay? So if you go back in history and you take it back, I went back as far as, let's say, Jimmy Carter, Mr. Peanut. So go back to Jimmy Carter. So when Jimmy Carter was there was gas line, gas lines in the 70s around there, and things were really bad. Then Reagan came in, and Reagan just unleashed the economy. That's with a Republican. Now, so he unleashed the economy. The economy grew. The economy grew for so good it went up to he was there for 8 years. Then after it was so good for 8 years, then Bush then ran for president, the vice president. Now he won. Now he is not really a Republican. He's more like a watered down Republican, and you call him a Democrat. Okay, so these people are not very nice. Okay, so one of his major mistake, well, one of the, not major mistake, but is he lied. He promised that he made was that it was going to raise the taxes. So okay, so he won, he got in, and what does he do? He raised taxes, and he created a war in the he created a war with Iraq. Now, also too, I said like whenever there's a Republican, there is a upswing in the economy. But that's a true conservative Republican. That's a person who uh, does what he says and says what he does. Okay. Now Bush is not like that. Okay, so these guys are like they're kind of shady. All right, so then after Bush, then there was Clinton, and this happened in the '90s, and unfortunately, um, I got caught up in that. I was young, I was inexperienced. I had like I was on my way to like real estate. Well, I don't know if it's real estate heaven, but I mean I had one time I had one, two, three properties. I had some land, and things just didn't grow. The economy was growing. Mind you, my business was doing well because I've always been in the auto glass business, and I've always maintained a steady stream of income, even in the downturn. So I've never really experienced an onslaught of the recession. With the fact that I'm self-employed and it's only me, and anything over like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 a month, is going to sustain little me. Plus, at the same time, okay, so that was Clinton days, and then I at the end of Clinton's term, I got kind of sidetracked. I lost one. Of the other thing too is people. Momentum is very important. Okay, so that's yeah, very just momentum is very important. That's another topic there, but getting into the fact that how do you identify the next recession? Okay, whenever there's a Democrat president, there is a recession. It's guaranteed. Okay, so let me go through with the scenario. So we're up to like Clinton. Then after Clinton, then came along George Bush, a Republican. Okay, now he wasn't too bad. Okay, but the economy took off. It went up. Things start going up because after I unloaded one of my properties at a townhouse, I paid 120,000 for a townhouse, and then I sold it. In the Clinton years, at the end of the Clinton years, because I didn't know these cycles, and I sold it, and then as soon as the Bush came in, the property started to go up. And if you go back and you would check, like you could check the graph, you'll see that I'm fact. I'm telling the truth. Okay, so then Bush was there. Then at the end of his term, there was 9/11, and then he got reelected again. Okay, and here's the other thing too. Once people always say, well, whenever there's a Republican there, they created wars and all that stuff. Yeah, and that's true. Wars always happen because what happened is the Democrats set the stage, for the war, and then the Republicans come in. They gotta they have to deal with it, or they're dumb themselves too because they get into it. Like, what the fuck are you going to Iraq for? Okay. Whatever. So that's a whole nother show. Could get into that with somebody else and whatever. I could probably talk about that. So then there was the end of Bush term. I remember getting down to the last couple years of Bush when the economy started to actually, it was kind of going down, and then Obama raised his ugly head, and then that whole campaign started with Obama, blah blah blah, and that's when I think I got into I started getting into politics around 2006. Because I got an XM radio, and so I was engaged. By the time Obama came around, I was really engaged into politics, and more so U.S. politics, because the way I feel about it is that the U.S. politics is the politics that runs the world as we know it. Whatever you say whatever whatever, you can say whatever you want. Okay, so Bush came there at the end of the term. Then the whole bank fiasco like came about, and then and okay, so there was that. So Obama won, and sure enough, what happened with Obama won? Okay, do I have to tell you? Like, the whole human race got set back 100 years. I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's pretty close. Okay, things just got worse, and they get worse. And hey, listen, he just I was gonna say something about it, but anyways, okay, he messed things up. Okay, he just messed things up. So, anyways, recession. Everybody agree with me? There's a recession. Yes, you'll agree. Recession. And if things were so good, people say, oh, blah, 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 Trump this, Trump that. If things were so good, the Democrat would have still held the White House with Hillary. But they were not that good. So that follows my theory. Trump came in, and what happened to the economy? It took off. The economy went up. Their unemployment was down all across the board. Jobs being created. Gas prices were low, and there was peace in the world. Terrorist attacks stopped. Okay, really just stopped because Trump was just blowing you out of the sky, blowing you out of the caves. And there was no place to hide. Okay. So Trump was there, and life was going great. Life was going great. But the Democrats, these people are just chaos makers. They make chaos. That's what they do. If they don't have chaos in their lives, things ain't right. Okay. So now they finagle away, and whatever anybody says, okay, well, you can say whatever you want, okay? But there's no way that that Trump lost that election, okay? There's no way, okay? The numbers that who was pulling at his rallies and the excitement that he had all over the country, okay? There's no way, okay? Like, logically, people could say, oh, yeah, well, the numbers came out. I go, yeah, this is screw the numbers, okay? Believe your eyes, okay? Numbers could be skewed, okay? But when you see both, rallies, people in Florida with the, $1 million yachts and a, $20,000 sailboat and little boats going down a canal in Florida, when you see a farmer paints his field with the American flag, okay, draws his American flag on the field. When you see Trump pickup trucks with Trump, like flags. When you see Trump, face all over the place, okay, and that's even poetic. You can't say that this guy lost that election and Biden this like pathetic excuse for a person. Listen, I mean, as a person, he's okay, fine, but you would never. Biden was never a decent human being. He's always been a piece of shit from day one, just like Clinton. Okay, same with Obama, and George Bush, and Papa Bush. A lot of these people are just garbage people, and that's why the economy turned out to be garbage. Right now that we like again soon. See what happens? Okay. Listen, Steelers never win, okay? All the people that voted for Biden, okay, they would never admit it because they can't even allow themselves to do it. The ego and their pride is too big for them to do it. So they'll never admit it, but they know it. They know it, and I know it. You voted, you bet on the wrong horse, okay? Listen, say whatever you want about, listen, yeah, about Trump and all that, right? Okay, but the evidence was there, okay? The evidence was there. The works were there. Things were going great. Well, I don't like the way he talked, and I don't like the way he did this, and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of things the man said was true. You can't tell, okay, for example, they go, yeah, well, he said, all Mexicans are racist. He never said that. Okay? And he says, oh, yeah, grabs women by the pussy. He doesn't do that. He would like to. Or he said, oh, they will let me do it. Okay? He said, if you're famous enough, they'll let you do it. Okay? Facts. All right? Yes, he exaggerates a lot, but hey, again, too, that's salesmanship. That's what you do when you're selling something. Me personally, I don't like to exaggerate. I just, go on the facts, right? But again, to listen. That's why one of the thing with me too is like, I don't have very many girlfriends, okay? And the reason is that I don't lie and exaggerate and bullshit. All that stuff down the road, down the line. I don't do that. It's not in me, So so therefore, women may think, well, this guy's boring. He's quiet. Doesn't say much. Whatever, right? And then the other thing too, there's more to it than that. But anyways, that's a big part of it. Okay, so I don't like lying and I don't exaggerate it. I don't like having the fake smile. I don't like, I don't like faking that stuff, right? Okay, there's things that you need to fake in life, and there's other things that you don't need to fake in life. That part of it, I don't fake. Okay, I want to say, well, you get your foot in the door, blah blah blah. No, okay. Anyways, so that's where we're at right now. We're into a recession, and you know what? A great situation right now is that the House, they kicked the House Speaker out. Kevin, bye bye. See you later. Okay, he's gone, and now they have an opportunity to pick a new speaker, somebody who's got some guts and some balls. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off here now and check my recording. I think I could go live with this too.